How's it going, everyone? In this video, I want to take a look at some great physical PlayStation 5 game deals. We have a couple of really great physical deals on newer titles, and then on top of that, I do want to highlight that GameStop is once again running a buy two get one free sale. It's not quite as good as when they ran the buy two get one free sale during like the holiday season. Well, yes, it's technically still the holiday season, but during a Black Friday and that week, because it was the sale prices stacking with buy two get one free, and there were a lot of really great options, but there are certainly still some pretty good options right now, and we'll get to that at the end of this video. But right off the top, definitely want to mention that Gears of War Reloaded is getting discounted at a lot of spots. Now, Best Buy had it in stock for $19.99. Unfortunately, it is out of stock on their website. If you go to their your local Best Buy store, you might be able to pick it up on sale, like a physical copy, obviously, at your brick and mortar Best Buy store, but Target does have it in stock as of the recording of this video for $24.99, which is an excellent price point. And I thought I would mention the physical deal in particular. Yes, I know that digitally the game is available for $19.99. I could very well see Gears of War Reloaded end up being one of those somewhat rare physical releases, just because it is a Microsoft published title, and it's just one of those games to me, man. I could see it having a short print run, and then when it goes away, it's just gone for good, and you see the price kind of hold up. Like right now, it's getting down to $20. I don't think it's gonna get much lower than that, and for that price point, as far as the game itself goes, very much worth it. But you look at some of the other Microsoft release games like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on PlayStation 5, that game's not even the content on disc, and it still holds up in price because I believe it had a short print run. Gears of War Reloaded, I think at some point there is the potential of it not being sold new anymore, and then over time it going up in price slowly. Given that it's already at this low of a price point, and thinking long term, I feel like there is a bit of a novelty with the first Gears of War title on PlayStation 5 on PlayStation being available, and people would want a physical copy of that. And when you do also consider the fact that the campaign content is on disc, I think that's notable as well. Beyond all that, Gears of War 1 is an awesome game. I know people had their feelings about the multiplayer and the connectivity issues and things of that nature. I played through it for the campaign, and guess what? I still think Gears has an absolutely fantastic campaign that you know, it does show its age a little bit. The checkpoint system, not the best, but man, if you want an all-killer, no-filler kind of campaign that you can also enjoy in co-op, I feel like Gears of War is a great time, even almost 20 years later. Yeah, Gears of War 1 came out in fall of 2006. We're getting old, you guys. Like, that's just something you gotta accept at this point if you're around, you know, the mid to late 2000s when Gears of War, I would say, was at its absolute peak. But, very cool all these years later. I feel like for at least a little while, the idea of Gears of War on PlayStation is still such a cool thing. Like, Forza came out on PlayStation, and that was a real cool thing, and Gears of War, I feel like, is on another level as far as something that's so synonymous with Xbox. But then again, console war is kind of over at this stage of the game. But yeah, $25 on that at Target. If you can find it at your local Best Buy, $19.99 over there. Another Microsoft published game, Ninja Gaiden 4, all the way down to $45. You guys, I paid $70 for this game, and I would do it again, because Ninja Gaiden 4 was one of my favorite games of 2025. I feel like it's one of those games that deserves more love, and I get that people, oh my god, the story isn't that good, I just didn't care about the Dark Dragon, you guys, narratively, oh my god, Yakumo, his character arc wasn't in, like, bro, nobody cares about the narrative in Ninja Gaiden. Alright, that's a little bit of a hyperbolic take. Most people aren't looking to play Ninja Gaiden to get invested into the narrative. You're looking for quality action gameplay, and Ninja Gaiden absolutely has that. It makes you feel like a badass, and there's been a lot of points made on whether or not this game is difficult. Look, at normal difficulty, this game is not that difficult. Everybody can make their way through it at normal difficulty. After you beat the game, you get the game at Master Ninja difficulty. Well, where that's gonna push you. I am gonna attempt to beat the game at Master Ninja difficulty because I like the game so much. I beat it on normal, and then, you know, because I play most games that come out, I just kind of have to move on after beating one game that I don't do a subsequent playthrough right away in most cases. cases. With Ninja Gaiden 4, that's definitely one game that when there's a little bit of a dead period and I'm not playing other games, I will go back and I will revisit Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm not saying I'm gonna beat the game at Master Ninja difficulty, but I do want to attempt it at Master Ninja difficulty. The soundtrack in the game is phenomenal, the gameplay is visceral, and it's just so stylish, and yeah, definitely more accessible than the older Ninja Gaiden games as well, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Some of the platforming isn't great, but man, from the combat and the action gameplay, I think it's absolutely stellar. $45 on that, given that it just came out, I think that's a pretty good deal. And then Battlefield 6 is $39.99. I know there's been a lot of talk of, oh my god, 80% of the player base is down, and I know some of the post-launch content updates haven't been that well received. I'm not here to talk about Battlefield 6 in terms of meticulously assessing the game. This is one where you know, I'm just kind of here to tell you about the deal, man, because for me at this stage of the game to break down competitive multiplayer games like this, it just wouldn't be my alley anymore. I really don't think it's my position to talk about that anymore. Like, will I play Battlefield? Will I play a Call of Duty here or there? I will, but I'm not looking to buy these games and then get 150 hours of gameplay. Like, really, with competitive multiplayer games, you get, guys, like, even a Battlefield 6, I'll put it in, I'll play it for a little while, I'll put 25, 30 hours on it, but that's a drop in the bucket. That is a drop in the bucket as far as expectations and what do they want from you out of these games. They want engagement. I'm not the type of person that is the ideal consumer of Battlefield from EA, and probably not the right person to assess every content update, because I'm not circling back to Battlefield 6 with every content update, and I've said it before, I'm a washed up old man these days. I'm not trying to play these competitive multiplayer games as much. Will there be a game here or there that I'll get super into? Yeah, like back when Halo Infinite came out, and that's probably a wild one to say because Halo Infinite wasn't that well received, but I put a lot of hours into Halo Infinite, and I'll play games like Where Winds Meet, but that's not really a competitive shooter, but, you know, you get the idea. I also played quite a lot of Modern Warfare 2 in 2022, I think it was when that came out, but yeah, just not playing every single competitive shooter, and Battlefield 6 isn't one that I'm really getting all that into, but nonetheless, it's available for $40. And then lastly, I do want to note there is a buy two, get one free sale going on at Gamestop for their pre-owned titles. The issue with this is that you're not having the holiday sale prices stacked, so there are some sale prices. For example, Battlefield 6, a used copy of that is $38, so if you pair it, you could pair Battlefield 6 with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater and, you know, you can find another $38 game that would be ideal. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered or Chronos the New Dawn, both of those are pretty good options. If you want to get more expensive titles, you can pick up Indiana Jones, Digimon Story Time Stranger, and you can get Ghost of Yotei. You can get all three of those games for $130. That would work out to what? $43.33 a pop. That's not that bad, all things considered. I think that's pretty decent. But pick and choose, go through the sale yourself. I recently did a pretty sizable order at GameStop, and it was kind of a mixed bag. I'm trying to get more games physically, but not gonna lie, I got a physical copy of Last of Us Part 1 from GameStop just because Last of Us 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. Wanted a physical copy of that. I did, in fact, from GameStop, buying a used copy, got the Dog Ate My Homework edition of the game, where it just looks like the game's case has been chewed up by a dog, and I'm not gonna lie, not the most ideal condition I would have liked to see for Last of Us Part 1, but it is what it is. You know, at least the disc works, am I right? But 8 out of the 9 games I bought, real solid condition, you know, some wear and tear here and there, but the one Last of Us Part 1, unfortunately not ideal. But for the most part, my experience with GameStop has been rather good, so take that for what you will. But that is gonna do it for me. Again, Gears of War Reloaded, fantastic price on that. Ninja Gaiden 4, outstanding price there. Battlefield 6, pretty good price. I know it was down to $30 during Black Friday, but I doubt it's going down in that price again until 2026. And yeah, that is just a couple days away. But nonetheless, buy two, get one free sale over at GameStop as well. Jedi Fallen Order on PlayStation 4, $7 used. That's kind of a pretty good deal, ain't it? But nonetheless, a lot of good options like that available at GameStop. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.